Yo, what's going on, y'all? So, I'm gonna tell you guys a story. So Wednesday morning, I woke up and I was like, I'm really sick of like everyday life stuff. I'm sick of school. I'm sick of work. It's all I've been doing all year is just grinding away and just getting a bunch of stuff done. And it's been a lot of stress on me. And I woke up that day and I was like, screw it. I need to get away for a little bit. So I was like, I'm going to the Tetons. I'm going to the mountains. I'm gonna get away for a little bit. I'm gonna go to Wyoming. So gonna go there to try and ease my mind a little bit. The little thing about me is that I really, really love to travel, and it's just a passion of mine. Now, I've never left the United States, but eventually I would like to, travel around Europe and Asia at some point, but just haven't ever had really the means to. And I don't really think I have the means to do this either, but I'm gonna try and make it work. Yeah, I was just like, I'm sick of school, I'm sick of responsibilities and stuff. I'm gonna get away for a little bit. So I called out of work for a couple days. Of course, I'm at work right now, but I called out of work for a couple days and I was like, yeah, I need a break. And luckily my employers are super dope and they're super, super cool. And they were like, yeah, do what you need to do. I understand. So got a couple people that can take my class. I'm a personal trainer, so have some people that can kind of cover the classes that I teach. So I'm kind of winging this because I've drove long distances before, but this is a really long distance. So I'm from Tennessee, so it's a little bit of a drive. It's a trek out there. It's about 24 hours to get out there. So my plan today is after I get off work, I'm gonna knock out some of that driving because my sleep schedule is already terrible. So I'm gonna try and knock out some of that driving right away. And I'm probably gonna head out from Tennessee, get into Kansas City. I'm probably gonna get there late into the night, but I'll try and find somewhere to stop and sleep. And then the next day I gotta trek all the way across Nebraska, which I'm really not looking forward to, but maybe it'll be like surprisingly beautiful. Who knows? I've never been there, so at the very least, I can say it's a state that I've been to and been all the way across too. So that's something to check off the list. So the goal that second day on Saturday. So today's Friday, October 10th. So gonna try and knock out some of this drive early, and then Saturday I'm gonna wake up from Kansas City and try my best to get into Cheyenne, Wyoming. I don't know how long it is from Kansas City, probably about 10 hours. So knock out like 10 hours of driving right there. If I feel like I can push on, I'm gonna try and get into Laramie, Wyoming. Again, just try and find a place to stop for the night. That way I can wake up on Sunday and head into the Tetons, and the drive from there isn't too long. It's about like 5 hours, give or take. I came prepared. I packed up the bag. So I got a little bed set up back there, looking very cozy. I'm gonna bring more blankets because it's October. It's starting to get a little cold up in the mountains. I gotta bring a couple more essentials, maybe stop and get myself like a heater or something, because I've got like electrical plugs back there, so maybe I need that for the night. I really love this. I bought a bunch of Uncrustables, so I'm gonna bring Uncrustables with me, live off that. Maybe I'll stop at Taco Bell or something, who knows. Got a bunch of Uncrustables, a bunch of water. I called my parents and told them I was doing this, and they were like, wow, are you sure? And I was like, oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm getting out of here. And they're like, okay, best of luck. Don't be safe. Don't do anything stupid. I'm gonna go spend a couple days in the mountains. I'm just gonna bring with me like a couple $100 and my Bible, and I'm gonna chill and I'm gonna enjoy it. The Bible talks about Jesus retreating into the wilderness to kind of get away for a little bit and connect with the Lord. So that's what I plan on doing. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I'll kind of document it because I thought it'd be fun to do that, make a little video about it, just for fun. I will see you guys on the drive after I get off work tonight, and we'll start heading out. So see ya. Okay, y'all, so I just got back to the house after work and just kind of loaded up the last little bit I needed to. Got some towels because I'm sure I'm gonna stop at like some truck stop somewhere and shower. Kind of loaded up some more clothes and stuff. Brought my suitcase. It's back there. Kind of can't see it, but it is definitely back there. I think I got all the essentials, so I'm ready to get out of here. I'm not gonna lie. I would definitely be lying if I said I wasn't at least slightly nervous about this. I think the longest distance I've drove up to this point has probably been from like here to Houston, and it's really not even that bad. That's like a probably 10-11 hour drive. This is double that easy. Yeah, I'm definitely nervous, but before I even decided to go on this, I made sure like oil change was good, tires are rotated, everything is in tip-top shape in the 4Runner before I go ahead and go. So I'm gonna try and document this the best I possibly can. There's probably not gonna be much interesting to see once I start hitting Nebraska. Yeah, gonna document the whole journey, and we will see what happens. Hey, I get down to Elton John. What can I say? All right, so I headed out. I'm on the road right now. You would think I would take I-40 to get all the way down there to Missouri, but it's actually like if I start taking I-40, it's gonna cut through Arkansas, and I don't want to do all that. So I'm taking like a kind of smaller, not as well known little highway. It says my estimated time for arrival in Kansas City is 12:30 in the morning, so or 2:30 in the morning. Even worse. I mean, my sleep schedule is already like so bad that I'm not really worried about staying up that long. It's just a long drive, so you know, it is what it is. So I guess I'll get to Kansas City at 2:30 in the morning, and I'll stop and get some sleep. So currently I am in Kansas City. I'm actually on the Kansas side of Kansas City, and I don't know why that's interesting to me. I was going to respect my mother's wishes because she's a worrying mother. She wanted me to stop at a hotel. I was gonna do that. I had every intention to do that, and I'm actually stopped at a Holiday Inn right now. If I could figure out how to get in, I would check in. I really would. And right there it says hotel entrance, but I went up, and the automated door is in fact not automated and did not open. I could keep trucking and trying to find a hotel or like a truck stop or something, but I'm getting sleepy and kind of just want to call it a night. So I think I might just camp out in the car. I might even roll up to one of the back parking spots right there, just so like nobody's walking by, because I'm kind of like in the middle of the parking lot. So I might do that. I think tonight I'm just gonna call it by camping out in the back of the 4Runner. Which was honestly my intention from the beginning. So sorry, Mom. I really tried to figure out a way to get in here, and to be honest with you, I do not want to get back on the road right now. Kind of just want to rest up. I got a long drive tomorrow. I got to trek all the way across Nebraska. I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm going to try and get some good sleep, and the next morning we are going to get to it, and we are going to travel all the way across Nebraska and try to hit Cheyenne by the end of the day. What's going on, y'all? So cold little morning here in Kansas City, Kansas, not Missouri. Yeah, so here is what's going on in my chronicles this morning. So I tried to get some sleep last night. I rolled up in here probably about 2:30 in the morning, and you know, I was just like again, I tried to go in there and get a hotel room, but like the doors weren't even open. Like, okay. So much for a weary traveler like me. But I was like, okay, well, I'll just camp out in the car. So it turns out that was probably a blessing in disguise, because I woke up today. The way I woke up was scary, but I woke up today, and this is right after I just got everything checked in this car to make sure everything was good. They missed something clearly, because I woke up to a click noise in my car, like almost like I had the hazards on. It wasn't the like it wasn't like the click 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 that you hear from the like the really fast ones. It was like click click. Battery light was on, check engine light was on, and I like started to panic. Like I was like, dude, no, I've got to see these mountains. I'm far away from home. Like, I can't have this happen. I know a little bit about cars, but like not a whole ton. But it didn't take me long to figure out that it was definitely a battery issue, and I didn't like. You know, I don't know what it was, because like I didn't like leave my lights on. What I think it was my phone charger was in the cigarette thing. You know, I don't think that would give it enough voltage to turn it off, like to make the battery die. But I mean, maybe. But I did notice this too, and I noticed this when I came in here last night. There's this little light on my keys right here, and it started blinking red. And I was like, what's that about? Like, I don't have a key fob, so it can't be like a dead fob battery because there's no fob in there. You know, it's a physical key. I just wrote it off. I probably should not have, but I did. And then all that battery stuff happened, and I was like, well, this sucks. So this was at about like 5:30 in the morning. So I called, I feel like I called every single like 24-hour roadside service. So much for that, because even at 5:30 in the morning, 24 hours, yeah, sure, okay. Like I didn't get like very many pickups. I got one pickup on the phone, and I told them the situation where they were like, oh, we'll replace the battery right now. I was like, sweet. And then I told them my location. They were like, oh, well, we're on the Missouri side. We can't help the Kansas. I was like, of course, like, but I did find one. I gave them a call. And I was like, okay, well, here's the situation. I explained it. And then I said, can you replace the battery? And they were like, yeah, we can, but it's going to be until like 11 o'clock in the morning. That's not ideal because because I've got a 9.5 hour drive ahead of me to get to Cheyenne. And I wanted to try and hit the road by 9 o'clock. So that's not ideal, but I was like, okay, well, if I need to, then sure. I mean, it'll put me a couple hours behind. It's not like I'm a couple of days behind. So I was like, well, let me get back to you. I'm going to kind of run through my options here. So I started thinking like, well, maybe I'll just have them like come jump my car and I'll drive to like O'Reilly's, or I'll drive to like AutoZone or something like that, and we'll fix the car from there. Either way, I called them. I told them like, hey, like you can come jump my car and I'm just going to take it up to AutoZone, because AutoZone opened at 7:30 here. A guy came out. He was awesome. Helped me with every single question I had. Like I said, I'm not a car guy, but like I know a little bit, but like I really don't. I told him, I was like, I'm good at lots of things. I'm really not that good with cars. So I asked him the questions that I wanted to ask. He checked the engine. The engine was totally fine. He checked the alternator. Alternator was totally fine. He was like, the battery's the only issue because the battery hasn't been replaced ever. This is stock. Like, this is a stock battery. It hasn't been changed since the assembly line, pretty much. He was like, you definitely need to get this replaced. And I said, well, I mean, I want to do it through you guys because like you're helping me out already. My only hang up is that it's going to be until like, 11 o'clock before you guys can get out of here. And he was kind of like, nah, it won't be until 11. Like, all I got to do, this is a really common battery. So all I've really got to do is just run back to the shop, see if I have it. I'll bring it back out to you. So basically all I'm doing right now is just kind of waiting on him to come back. And I was like, well, at the very latest, I want to get back on the road at 9:30. He was like, all right, I think we can make that happen. So I'm just sitting here kind of waiting and chilling and just kind of watching YouTube and stuff, since I can't really do that on the road. But waiting on him to get back, and then we're gonna swap the battery out real quick. I'm gonna give him a high five and a bear hug and tell him I'm thankful. I might not do that last part, but I'm gonna tell him I'm thankful, appreciate it, and all that. So I am just a little bit of ways from getting on the road and getting back out, and we're gonna trek all the way across Nebraska today. Like I said, it's probably like a 9.5 hour drive or something. I went ahead and pre-booked a hotel ahead of time just to appease my mom. Then I can shower, because I call it gross. I still haven't done that yet. So I haven't showered since I got ready for work last night. So yeah, I'm probably ranky danky stinky, but it is what it is. And I mean, I'm only going to be around myself today, and people love their own brand, I guess. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get back on the road here whenever he gets back. And then we're trekking across Nebraska, and we're getting into Wyoming. So see you on the road. Alrighty, so we are back on the road. My guy got me all fixed up and ready to go. And he came up rolling in there, listening to some music I ain't heard in years. That old soul. So I've been listening to that on the way out of Kansas City. Got me feeling like Johnson Family Vacation up in here.
Do it tonight, take your time.
But yeah, it's looking like another maybe, I don't know, like 2.5, 3 hours before I start hitting Nebraska. Then we've got a really long, brutal drive across the state. Sorry if I'm just like dissing your state and you're from Nebraska. Definitely not trying to do that. Yeah, getting back on the road. Car's good to go. Running like butter smooth. Next part of this montage is going to be some of that old soul music that he was playing, because that's what I needed to hear this morning. It could pick me up. I'm stopping to fill up right now on some gas. Got an energy drink too. They didn't have Ghost or White Monster, which is ridiculous. So I got just a regular Monster. While I was in there, I think reality kind of set in that I really am in the middle of absolute nowhere. I have no idea where I'm at. There's nothing here. It's just like brown fields, flat. It's freaking boring. Thanks for providing all of our corn though. About to pick up some food. There's a McDonald's right behind me. I'm probably about to run through there and grab something and then head back out on the road. But I am in the middle of nowhere. Really small town that I stopped to fill up in. I don't know, man. Kind of reminds me of like growing up in West Tennessee, like some of those places that you'd find out there, some of those small towns. Of course, I'm familiar with them, but I imagine travelers coming through there are just like, where am I? So like, I understand, but yeah, this is it's kind of sketchy. Like it kind of makes me a little anxious just because I'm like, dude, there's nothing here, and like if I get into trouble, whew, it's gonna look rough. But praying that doesn't happen, you know, whatever. So gas is done filling up. See you guys in the next update, whenever that is. This is funny. I don't know if you can see that. It says "Fat Dogs, you are nowhere." Yeah, I know. I'm in the middle of friggin' nowhere. I'm about to pull off one more time. I think I'm gonna change out of this hoodie because I'm starting to get a little toasty. Anyway, gonna stop at this Love's really quick. Probably change out of the hoodie. My GPS has been griping at me all day about going straight. So my GPS really loves to tell me to go straight when I'm already going straight. It's great, and everybody should have that same experience. However, I'm probably about 2 hours outside Cheyenne right now. I'm in North Platte, Nebraska right now. I pretty much trekked almost the entire state. Here are my thoughts, all right? Nebraska is low-key, kind of pretty in its own strange way. Like, it's definitely very flat. It's definitely, you know, not a whole lot to see. But I grew up in Western Tennessee, so I really appreciate the beauty of farmland. And it's just like that, except for, you know, instead of beans and cotton fields, it's corn and wheat. So it's just a little different, but it really reminds me a lot of home, to be honest with you. I would definitely, without a doubt, rather drive through Nebraska than Mississippi or Arkansas, because I've done that many a time, and it is not my favorite thing in the world. Sorry to anybody that lives in those states. I'm not a fan, and don't foresee myself being one. So I'm gonna stop and fill up right here because I'm about 50 miles to empty, so it's a perfect stop. Change out of this hoodie. Then we're gonna get back on the road, and I'm going to see you guys at the border of Wyoming. I'm gonna take some pictures, and I'm going to probably throw them in an Instagram post. Who knows? Flex on my haters, because I'm somewhere awesome and they're not. So see you guys in a little bit. Sorry, I'm back. Gonna say a couple more things while they're on my mind, because I forgot to say them. Definitely another thing I've noticed about Nebraska is, especially now after you're getting out of the car, my goodness, is it windy. It's a one windy state.
The Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza.
This is the most wind I've ever felt in my life, like outside of it being like a tornado. It's crazy. It's like beautiful. It's a beautiful day too. It's just really freaking windy. It actually feels really nice. Dare I say, I'm kind of a fan of Nebraska. I was hating on it before, but maybe I kind of like it. It's peace and quiet, but like again, there really isn't a whole lot to see. But it's been a peaceful drive, no issues, no bad traffic, windy. So I'm probably gonna stop in Cheyenne for the night. Not probably, I will, because I have that hotel booked. And after I also need to like run by and grab a couple things. One of the things I need to grab is a razor, because it's starting to itch and my beard grows back so fast that like I shaved this, like I'm not even kidding, like 3 days ago. Also, call me a caffeine addict, but I'm also running on for like 2 hours of sleep. I somehow feel totally fine. And I was under the assumption that when I got to Cheyenne, I'd start feeling really tired, but I'm in the home stretch right now and I'm still good to go. So looks like we're all ready to get into Wyoming in tip-top shape. Should be there in probably about 2 hours. So, hey, you know, I do that often. So we'll get into Wyoming soon. I'm gonna stop at the border so I can get some footage of the welcome sign, get a picture with it and stuff. So I will see y'all then. So I'm really angry at myself because I forgot to take a video while I was at the Welcome to Wyoming sign. So I'll throw the few pictures that I took up on the screen right now. So we made it to Wyoming. I'm about to head into Cheyenne right now. Just gotta make one stop. I gotta stop in Walmart again. Gotta get a razor. Don't wanna look crusty in the Tetons. You know, it was really hitting me on the way there. Once I started getting into kind of like the panhandly part of Nebraska, I could definitely see the shift in climate. It was almost sudden, and speaking of almost sudden, it's starting to rain. It went quickly from an area that I was like, oh, this looks a lot like home, to something that I'm like, this does not look like home at all. In fact, I'm very far away from home. It kind of made me like have a pit in my stomach. I was like, oh man, I'm far away. But at the same time, I do know a person that lives in Wyoming. They might be the only person who lives in Wyoming. So if things were to go poorly, I can get in contact with them, as well as I have a friend in Salt Lake to be closer to me when I go to the Tetons. But either way, I do have communication with people that are relatively close by. So if things were to really go south, I'd be in a good spot. We made it to Wyoming. I'm super happy, super stoked to wake up tomorrow morning and go to the Tetons. I'm ready for it. Let's go. All right, so I just got checked into my hotel and they snuck in a little extra hidden fee, so that was super cool. And this feels great to finally be able to shave. It felt so crusty in the car. My neck was always itching. And like I said, I know, like I got the hotel to kind of abide by my mom's wishes, right? But I just don't know if I have it in me to spend that money on hotels on the way back. Because in total, I think I spent like, I had like six or something separate trips to gas stations on the way out here, each of them costing about 40 bucks each, like 40, 45-ish to fill it up all the way. So if that's money that can go towards gas instead of going towards a hotel room, that's what I would rather do. And the places I'm stopping at on the way back aren't like notoriously dangerous. So, you know, I feel pretty okay about stopping at like a Love's on like the outskirts of the city. That feels fine to me. I can wake up and go shower in the morning. Anything like that I need to do. That shower's not going to be expensive. So, I mean, I could also just go home and really stink and not shower on the way back home and not pay for a shower. But I am going to have to get kind of stingy with what I'm doing, just because things have just kind of not gone my way all the way. I mean, obviously I made it out here safe. Car's running fine right now. I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful that I even, you know, I didn't have any like accidents on the road. I didn't like have anybody like swerve in front of me and try to cut me off and then I like rear end them or something. That would be really bad. And also I did check and see there's a public parking garage where you can park overnight, and I think it's like $3 an hour, and for Jackson that's like not a big deal at all. If I stay there for like 7 hours, you know, 7 times 3, $21 a night. You can't beat that. But I'm gonna start getting ready for bed here in a little bit, because it is just only like 6:30ish in Cheyenne right now. But I'm also running on like 3 hours of sleep. I still don't necessarily feel it yet, which is crazy. Really just want to make sure I'm solid and set and ready to go. I'm gonna try and head out of here about like 4 o'clock-ish, and I'm gonna try and stop in as many towns as possible on the way out there. That way I can make sure that I'm really steady on gas and I'm good on gas. Don't have to worry about that. Cute? Yeah, thought so. That's the plan for tomorrow. So I'm gonna try and hit the hay here in a little bit. I'm gonna brush my teeth, go to bed, wake up early tomorrow morning, maybe hop in the shower one more time just to make sure I'm fresh and feeling good. And then we'll get out on the road. So I will see you when I wake up in the morning to head to Jackson. All right, guys, so currently it is 3:21 in the morning. I just finished up getting some rest. I'm not gonna lie, sleeping in that bed was very much needed. That was like probably some of the best sleep I've ever gotten in my life. I was gonna put myself on a little time restriction, but I mean, it kind of worked out anyway because I naturally woke up about the time I wanted to get going. But my mom, in all her wisdom, said, you know, you're not on anybody's time crunch and this is your trip, so get you some sleep so you can enjoy it. And I was like, you know what, you're right. So I wasn't gonna set an alarm or anything, and if I woke up at 3, I woke up at 3. If I woke up at 8 a.m., I woke up at 8 a.m. But I'm about to get ready because it's like a 6-hour drive. I thought it was a little shorter, but it's a 6-hour drive. But that'll put me there about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm going to try and I'm going to get to Laramie, stop and refuel because I've got enough to get to Laramie. And then I'm actually going to take the route through Rock Springs. It takes longer to get out there, but it's just, there's more civilization out there. There's more towns that I could stop at to refuel. I'm hoping that there's cell service out there, but I'm not sure. But I'm probably gonna get ready, maybe not wash my hair, but just like wet it down and let it dry and stuff. And then we will be on the road, headed to see some of the most beautiful mountains in the world. So, see ya. We're ripping Tennessee today. Long way from here. All right, so I checked out and everything, came outside, and it is brisk. It is quite chilly. I did bring this just in case it got really, really cold, because this is probably the coziest and warmest jacket I have. So the goal from here, get into Laramie, stop and refuel, definitely pick myself up an energy drink. I got some amazing sleep, but just try and wake up a little bit more. Yep, about to head on over to the Tetons. I cannot freaking wait, and it's actually supposed to snow there today, so hopefully, and it's not gonna be like a whole lot of snow, so it's like, you know, gonna be, from what the weather app said, it said less than an inch, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm about to head out, and I'm about to get to these mountains that I've been waiting to see my whole life. Metro! Stopping to refuel in Laramie, Wyoming at this Maverick. Laramie is home of the University of Wyoming. Shout out to Josh Allen. It's windy. It's really cold. Okay, so I look a little different. Had to make a stop here at a gas station, and I decided to get this beanie and some gloves because I am freezing. It is super cold here. On the way up here, I was listening to that song, Little Wonders, and I just started kind of praising the Lord and just being like, thank you so much that I even like can do any of this, you know? I don't know, man, like he's given me such a good life, and you know, whether this video reaches 100 people or 1 million people, if you are watching this, just know that this life is so worth living. And through all the stress and everything, and we go through a lot, and you know, but we always have these windows of opportunity to go out and explore what he's made for us. And it's a beautiful thing. I just started to tear up and started to cry a little bit because he's just good, and he's provided me such a good life, and I appreciate the life I live, even if I'm freezing. Just thankful, and so thankful for this life that I've been given. Life is just too short to leave any regret, and that's why I'm doing this. Hoping everybody that watches this resonates with them a little bit. Super excited to get in Jackson. We're in Rock Springs right now. I'm very, 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 very cold. So this beanie is staying on. These gloves are staying on. I'm about to fix my hair too, because this is wild. I will talk to you guys on the other side once we get into Jackson. I'm probably not going to record too much going through there, just because I imagine the roads are really windy and I want to be safe. So
let it go, let it roll right off your shoulder. Don't you know, the hardest part is over. Let it in, let your clarity define you in the end. We will only just remember how it feels. Our lives are made in these small hours, these little wonders, these twists and turns of fate. Time falls away, but these small hours still remain.
So I am at the Tetons. Clouds are covering them right now, unfortunately. I knew it was going to be a kind of cloudy, snowy day today, so I figured that might happen, but a little disappointing because I wanted to drive in and see them, and like, you know, just boom, they're like right there. That's okay. I'll be here tomorrow, so I'll be able to take lots of pictures and get to see them and stuff. So I think this is a perfect opportunity to go explore Jackson a little bit. Definitely could use a drink after all the driving. Give me a nice little shot in and see what happens from there. Not get too crazy. I won't do all that, but you know, get a beer, something like that. That sounds great. You see how red my face is? It's so freaking cold out here. I'm gonna go to the bar at 12 in the afternoon, and well, it's actually really like 11 here. I'm in Mountain Time. My clock still hasn't changed on my car, but gonna go get a drink, probably explore around Jackson a little bit, take a picture with the antlers and stuff. So. All right, so exploring around Jackson a little bit. I've seen a lot of people from out of state. I'd say just about everybody I met is from out of state. Shout out to Wyoming Wear. I did not go in there, but shout out to Wyoming Wear. And I did pick up a couple things. I picked up a shirt, obviously. Picked up a fridge magnet for my grandmama. It's like a little storybook town. It started to snow, actually. And I'm really not used to snow like that. You know, it just like came down for a little bit. It was not too crazy bad of a snow, but we just don't get snow like that in Tennessee for really all that much. So I think I might try to make an attempt to go back to the Tetons. I kind of just want to look around and see if the clouds maybe have parted. If not, then whatever, I'll still be here tomorrow. I really probably should have recorded more footage of like within the town, but I really just kind of wanted to explore. So just kind of put the phone down for a minute, look around, enjoy my little vacation. I am really enjoying Wyoming. It's probably one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. Right in the autumn time, so leaves are turning red and orange, and it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful out here. But short little update. Gonna go back to the car, drive around a little bit more, check it out a little bit more. See you guys later. Dude, I just saw a moose for the first time ever. I will say too, with a nearly frozen face. I was initially kind of disappointed at first that the clouds were kind of like obstructing the view. But now that I got some shots and like got some photos of them, like with the clouds over top, I'm starting to see some beauty in that. Like, because the mountains are just like so, what's the word I'm looking for? So grandiose, I guess. Kind of like with the cloud angle, or like with the clouds setting in, you can't like really see how tall they actually are. It just looks like they go up and up and up forever and ever and ever. And there's something kind of cool about that. I think there's some beauty in it. I'm making the most of it, and I got some really good shots of it, like even with the clouds like obstructing the views a bit. Now obviously I wish the clouds would break, but like I said, I'm not too worried about it. I'll be here tomorrow, and the day is starting to clear up a bit, so maybe we'll see them break. I don't know.
Like the pine trees lining the winding road, I've got a name, I've got a name. Like the singing bird and the croaking toad, I've got a name, I've got a name. And I carry it with me like my daddy did, but I'm living the dream that he kept here. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by. Like a north wind whistling down the sky, I've got a song, I've got a song. Like the whippoorwill and the babies cry, I've got a song, I've got a song. And I carry it with me and I sing it loud. If it gets me nowhere, I go there proud. Moving me down the highway, rolling me down the highway, moving ahead so life won't pass me by.
That's what I woke up to this morning. I woke up to this. You just can't beat that, man. That's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life. That was worth the drive. And I would do it again. I would drive another 23 hours to see this. For the rest of the day, I do kind of just like want to go around, try and get a few more shots of the Tetons in. Maybe try to head down to Jenny Lake and get a few shots. But really, other than that, I really just want to sit in the car, reverse and like back in so I can lay down in the back. I want to read my Bible, and that's it. That's all I want to do with this in the background, get some peace. That's what I want to do, and I'm going to ease my mind because that's what I feel like I need right now. But if that's not the most beautiful thing in the world, I mean, I don't know what tops that. I'm in disbelief, which maybe I sound over dramatic, but man. So I'll keep you guys posted, but just know I'm having a great time, and I'm just really just in awe of what I'm looking at. Taking the walk up to Jenny Lake right now. You don't get views like that in Tennessee. Just ran into a park ranger back there. They had their dog with them. Got a little rough on me. He's a good dog though. I love dogs. This is just absolutely breathtaking, and no video is ever gonna be able to do it justice. It's beautiful out here. Walking down to Jenny Lake. Let's see what all the hype is about that place. I was gonna go to Delta Lake, but it's like a 2-mile hike out there, and I was just like, well, it's probably like kind of rough during the winter to get out there, so I'll just settle on going to Jenny Lake. Not that that's a bad thing. I'm sure it's beautiful too. I guess we'll see when we get down there. leaving Ginny Lake now. I just kind of explored around a little bit. Honestly, I just kind of sat there and just took it in, and didn't get on my phone or anything. Just kind of let nature speak to me, I guess. So now I'm on my way back into town. I need something to eat. I figured it would be great if I got bison, because I've never had that before. I'm always down to try new foods, unless it's pasta, because I don't like pasta. And everybody can sound off in the comments and tell me how uncultured I am. I get it. I hear it everywhere. I just don't. I don't like noodles. I'm gonna go into town, get bison, because we don't have that back home. I don't think I've ever had bison in my life, or elk. So if I see one of the two, I will be eating that. Other than that though, after I get out of the restaurant, I maybe drive out here one more time to watch the sunset, and then probably gonna call it a night from there. And then I unfortunately gotta leave the next day. And then that's where this video comes to an end. But let's go get some bison. Okay, just got done eating some bison, and made like one last stop to get something I need, but I'm getting ready to go here in a little bit. Gonna go get some sleep, and then tomorrow gotta head back home. Yeah, thanks for coming along for the ride. Probably not gonna record much of the drive home. Plus, I'm not really sure how to end this video off. I had a wonderful trip, and I cannot wait to visit again someday. For a first-time visitor, I feel like I soaked in a good bit. Obviously, there's a lot more that I would like to do. I'd like to come in the summertime and go kayaking and stuff like that. I preferably, I would like to see more wildlife. I only got to see that like one moose, and I saw like an elk like way off in the distance. Yeah, bummer I didn't get to see any more. I didn't get to see any bison. Again, just saw that one elk from a distance. Obviously, there's a lot more I wish I could do. Also, somewhat limited on the funds. Of course, I have my emergency funds, but that is for emergencies. But I had a great time, and time to head on back to Tennessee. So, thanks for coming along.